South Africa, a repeat of the World Cup opener in 2010. And Shabalala went ahead to obviously open up the scoreline there for you. And then Mexico went ahead to level on later on in what we call a decent free kick with that swift left foot. And indeed, it's a repeat of that. And here on to the Rokani Media Football, we are here to present you what the World Cup is going to be like. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is my name, and hope you guys are really having pure fun. South Africa has gone ahead to name its starting 11. Obviously, Mexico has gone ahead to do the same, and we obviously gonna be here for a short period of time, and then later we will be here and be letting you know what this is like. Now let's get to the confirmed starting 11s for these teams before we get all along and start to see how things are really panning out in the World Cup. Let's obviously go eyes, but don't forget to subscribe because we want to hit the magic number of 30,000 subscribers onto this beautiful channel of ours. Now let's get to Mexico and see how Mexico is obviously lining up. They do have Rangel in goal. They've gone in for a 4-1-4-1 formation. Reyes right back, Garrado left back, Vasquez left-sided center back in there for you, and then Montes is obviously playing as a right-sided center back. Ilira is playing as a CDM in the single pivot. Then Alvarado, right winger. Quinones, left winger. Guterres and Fidalgo playing as the two central attacking midfielders. And Jimenez leading the line for a side known as Mexico. So that's what Mexico is going to have to bring in through today as they obviously take on a team known as South Africa. Bafana from Africa. Who have they gone in for? The manager looks like he's really going to play a defensive game in there for you because the system best speaks that for him. It's a 5-3-2. One would call it a system for the cowards, but he's trying to do his level best to see to it that he gets all along well. And it's R. Williams in goal, who happens to be, or who doubles as their captain too. Then they also have Mudau in there for you as the right back. They do have Modiba as the left back. And now they've gone ahead to go in for three central defenders. Ocon on the right of the three-man central defense. You know, Mbokazi on the left of the three-man central defense, and Sibisi at the center of the three-man central defense. I tell you. So that's how things have gone ahead to pan out for this team known as, for this side known as South Africa. We head to the midfield, right? The midfield is having Sithole as the CDM, Makowena coming in through to play as play on the right side of the three-man central midfield. Then Adams is going to be playing on the left side of the three-man central midfield. Then Foster and Reyners are leading the line as the twin strikers to obviously go ahead and really look out for the goals. Now, South Africa is obviously putting out a very huge shift, and I tell you, it's representing Africa to the fullest. I do not really rate them highly in this World Cup, and I think they won't be the dark horses of the World Cup. But I do believe that the other two countries that have gone ahead to come in through here might be the dark horses for the World Cup. And which countries am I talking about? I'm talking about Morocco, right? I'm also talking about a team known as Senegal. Those two, watch out onto them. Even Ghana, by the way, Ghana is really having some decent players, by the way. You understand? They really have some decent players in there for you. But from Africa, I'm looking at two teams. I'm looking at a team called Morocco and a team called Senegal. That is it. Ivory Coast, yeah, they do have a decent squad, but not to the same level as this. I know many are really so much believing in that side called Ivory Coast because of the way they went ahead to obviously beat a team known as France in the friendlies. Guys, let friendlies don't blindfold you. Friendlies are friendlies. When we get to where it matters most, that's when we obviously come and say this team has gone ahead to do wonders. And there is no way I can come out and say Ivory Coast will do wonders in there for you. And if at all they do, I'll be really shocked. But they do have a decent squad, because when you look at the indicators of this world, you understand, they do have Amadi Diallo. Let me look at Ivory Coast World Cup squad. Ivory Coast World Cup squad. Where is it? All right. Ivory Coast went ahead to take in the following. And Fofana, Kone, and Lafont, those are goalkeepers. Defenders, Emmanuel Agbodogu, Clement Akapa, Osman Diomande from Sporting Lisbon. For those that have been here know who this guy is. Then Guela Doune, Coman, Kosonou, left back. I know him, is really great. Evan Indika, another one, and Wilfred Single. Midfield, Seko Fofana, Patrick Giordani, Christian Aldoidi, Frank Kessie, you know that. Ibrahim Sangare, another good one. Jean-Michael Seri. Now we go to the forwards. Simon Adingra, I think was playing for Sunderland. Then Joan Boni, Amadi Diallo, Manchester United. Diakite, Yan Diomande, you know him very well. He plays for RB Leipzig. Very many teams are really looking out for him. Evan Gadsgard, I think he plays for Aston Villa. Nicolas Pepe, former at Arsenal, also in the mix. Toure, and then Wahi. Eli Wahi is a good striker, by the way. He plays in French and is really good. So I think they can also put out a very huge case, but my mind tells me it's Senegal, and its side known as it's Senegal and a man known as Morocco that I really think they can do the needful. Thank you, brother, for the good work. Is Naboth in here for you, telling me that he's watching from USA, Arizona. That's where the World Cup is. I don't know whether some games are going to be coming to Arizona, but indeed, South Africa is representing Africa to the fullest, and the game of football has gone ahead, obviously, kickstart in here for you. But South Africa, obviously, it has been out of action for 16 years. They last played in the World Cup when they hosted it. That was in 2010 in South Africa. This time round, South Africa is coming in through 16 years later with a much more changed team. There is no star player that that really plays on Europe, you understand. But way back, they really had some star players that really went ahead to represent, and they really had to play something there. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. I do predict a Mexico win. That is it. I'm African, but I want to be realistic. Mexico will take this home. I tell you. Mexico will take this home. Will win this game of football. I think by 2-1 or 1-0. I don't see it as a goal-scoring fixture. That is it. I don't believe that Mexico will come up and obviously score very many goals against South Africa, because South Africa, from the word go, they've gone ahead to show that they are a defensive side. Naming 5 defenders, that really sends a message that it's not going to be an easy one for this side known as Mexico in there for you. So let's wait and see how things panned out. When the game of football is done and dusted, I'll come back here and obviously let you know about what the results have been like. But I've gone ahead to do some 2 uploads. Dani Olmo to Arsenal, another big update. Bernardo Silva to Real Madrid, advancing, and the deal is very, very close. You can as well go onto the video section and watch those videos. Rokani David is my name. I think 10-minute live has been okay. Thank you, Naboth, for coming in through Muzahura, and it's always great watching you live onto this beautiful channel of ours known as the Rokani Media Football. And for us, we are good to go. The World Cup is on. Summer transfer window is on. If you are not here, you will miss out onto the gist that Rokani David and the team are cooking up for you. But Mexico, obviously, is going to be coming in through big and better. I do give them the game today. I know they're obviously going to be winning it. But don't forget that we've seen shockers happen before. Shockers have gone ahead to happen before. Now, who is obviously going to be scoring the first goal of the World Cup? I don't think it's going to be a goalless game. It's really going to be a game with goals. We wait to see who sets the actions either for you. A Brazilian Sampaio is the off-match official who is obviously going to be officiating the game. He's going to be at the center of the game. And VAR is also going to be having Nicolas Gallo and Juan Lara. They're obviously going to be coming in through and putting in a shift for you here onto the Rokani Media Football. When the game is done, the reaction will be up. And this is the third video of the day. Thank you for watching in through. And I think we will meet later when the game of football is really done and dusted. South Africa, do Africa proud, because this is Africa. But however much I want South Africa to really shock this team, I tell you, it's really going to be something very hard. I'm telling you the truth. It's really going to be very hard. They are the hosts, you know. They are coming in through thick and hard. And they are coming in with a 4-1-2-3 system in there for you, and putting 3 attacks, because now they've gone ahead to tell us the real system. Putting 3 attackers in there for you, playing with what single CDM. That speaks volumes that they've gone for attacking the South African side, left, right, and center. When you look at South Africa, 5-3-2, obviously confirmed with 5 defenders, obviously knowing that they have to fight for their lives. Hugo Bros is their head coach, and we are waiting to see what he does tonight at this World Cup opener in there for you. By the way, it's very few teams that have gone ahead obviously secure these openers in there for you, but most of the openers have proven to be very dull. But for this one, I cannot tell you that it's going to be dull, because Mexico is a football playing side. Let's wait